Hey, what's up, guys? This is David Chase Taylor of 911truther.org. Today is April 1st of 2026. So, based on breaking news and events, it appears the CIA headquarters located beneath CERN at Lake Geneva in Switzerland is going to stage a Donald J. Trump dissolution of presidency event and or a Defcon level event on the evening of April 1st of 2026 during the live broadcast to the nation by Donald J. Trump from the Oval Office in the White House in Washington, D.C. So, according to the latest reports from CNN, Donald J. Trump is considering abandoning NATO. This is an earth-changing event that is going to take the world in a very different place, and therefore it's 100% certain that the CIA is going to neutralize the president in some form or fashion prior to doing so. I just discovered a plot by the CIA to basically stage a full-scale naval bombardment from alleged Iranian submarines targeting Washington, D.C., New York City, Baltimore, etc., which in reality, of course, would be executed by German-made Dolphin-class submarines of the Israeli Navy. However, considering that the CIA is staging a countdown regarding the Artemis II rocket from the Kennedy Space Center on Merritt Island in Florida on the evening of April 1st, it appears that the CIA plans to interrupt this speech by Donald J. Trump by staging one or more nuclear ICBM strikes targeting the United States, which will subsequently be scapegoated onto China, Iran, North Korea, Pakistan, and or Russia. Obviously, this would likely target Washington, D.C., New York City, or other major metropolitan cities within the United States. And so this would obviously trigger World War III. It would assassinate U.S. President Donald J. Trump. And it would obviously bring about the presidency of one J.D. Vance. As I stated in a video that I made yesterday, the CIA is planning to neutralize Donald J. Trump on the date of April 1st of 2026. This coincidentally marks exactly 32 days since the war began against Iran back on February 28th of 2026. And of course, the number 32, the number 3 equates to letter C in the English alphabet, and then the number 2 equates to the letter B, which was previously a V in the Roman score. So this is Shiva, CV, Shiva. And this forms the, when you put them together, it forms the Star of David, a hexagram that is found on the Jewish Star of David. So this is the first Jewish state known as Switzerland, formed circa August 1st, 1309. This is evidenced by the fact that the first ever Jewish Congress was held in Basel, Switzerland, August 29th through the 31st of, I believe, 1876, if I'm not mistaken. And so they are going to basically neutralize the president on this particular date. Option 1 is obviously an Iranian attack, and then option 2 is some sort of ICBM strike. The notion that Donald J. Trump would be neutralized, assassinated on the date of April 1st, or 1-4 or 4-1, numerologically speaking, was foreshadowed in a Simpsons episode that I believe premiered roughly 3 years ago, which Trump is depicted in a coffin with the date of March 14th. Now, so this is basically has the 14 numerology found in the date of 4-1. As I depicted in my video yesterday, also the date of 4-1 or April 1st, aside from being April Fool's Day, is found in the motto of Switzerland, all for one, one for all, which in Latin is unus pro omnibus, omnis pro uno, which is the motto of Switzerland, all for one, one for all, which has the numerology of 1 and 4 and 4 and 1. That is because when you take the number 1 and you add it to the number 4, which was previously a cross, it forms the cross. I don't know what you would even call it, the cross of Tau, which is found on most people's necklaces, which Jesus was crucified on, etc. So this is the symbolically, this is symbolic of death, and this is death to America, death to Donald J. Trump on the evening of April 1st. Also, the date of April 1st marks exactly 436 days since Donald J. Trump became president of the United States. So we have the number 4, which is a cross, and then we have 36 or 360, which is a circle, 360 degrees. So we have a cross inside a circle, which is also a bullseye, if you will, targeting Donald J. Trump and the United States on this particular numerology. Lastly, the date of April 1st marks exactly 29,146 days since Donald J. Trump was born back on June 14th of 1946. So we have 29,146, and then we have 61446, and this is what's called reflective numerology. They both contain the number 6, they both contain the number 14, and they both contain the number 19 and 46. So this is what's called reflective numerology. And of course, the number 14 is found in the one for all for one. And then we have the number 24, which equates to the letter X, which is known internationally as a symbol of death. And then we have the number 26, which equates to the letter Z, which is an acronym for Zionism. And then we have the number 96 or 69, which is found in the nuclear attacks of Hiroshima and Nagasaki on August 8th and August 6th of 1945. So this suggests that there is going to be an apocalyptic nuclear event in the United States on the date of April 1st, likely targeting Washington, D.C., New York City, and or other cities across the United States. This is going to be a false flag nuclear attack executed by the Israeli artillery forces or some other entity, but it's not going to be an organic nuclear attack. And in order to foreshadow that J.D. Vance is going to become president on this day of the cross, if you will, it was announced yesterday on March 31st that he has a new book entitled Communion, Finding My Way Back to Faith. And this is really an ominous title, because obviously communion is the eating of flesh and drinking of blood, which is a ritualistic blood sacrifice. And apparently that's going to happen in some form or fashion from a blood sacrifice standpoint on this particular numerology. That being said, Donald J. Trump is going to be before the camera giving an address to the American people from the Oval Office. So if the CIA forgoes an Iranian naval submarine attack on the United States or forgoes a nuclear ICBM strike targeting the United States, they will likely resort to a 9/11 style nuclear terror attack or some sort of a medical-related emergency targeting President Trump. If you'll recall, this has happened twice before. Mitch McConnell was hit with a direct energy weapon. He was unable to speak, and he was stumbling, and then he muttered, and then he was silent. We saw John Fetterman suffer a brain aneurysm. So it's highly likely that the CIA would target Donald J. Trump with some sort of directed energy weapon, or DEW, resulting in a stroke, heart attack, brain aneurysm, collapse. It's highly likely that he will collapse while giving a speech to the American people on this evening. And they're going to do it in front of the cameras because this is to show that the CIA is so conscious about these reports that I'm publishing that they're trying to find a way to neutralize a sitting U.S. president in the most unsuspicious way. And so I believe that they believe that if they do it in front of everybody and Trump clutches his heart or he clutches his head and then he falls over, they'll believe that it's organic, but it's not. The termination of Donald J. Trump is set for April 1st, and I'm trying to prevent it by making this video. And I'm trying to link Switzerland to this impending event because it's going to change the trajectory of the United States and the world, for that matter, forever. So it's very, very important that he is not murdered on this particular numerology. Although he would not likely die on camera, they would likely take him to an off-site, CIA off-site, possibly Walter Reed Medical Center or some other location, and torture him for going against them all these years. So this is what's planned. There's also the possibility that they will stage some sort of a sniper attack targeting Trump, or some sort of bombing, or some sort of an other attack during the live broadcast of this address to the nation. But some sort of Defcon level event is planned, likely resulting in the death of a sitting U.S. president on this particular numerology. So obviously, if that happens, I kindly ask you download this video and share it with local, state, and federal law enforcement, with military and intelligence officials, as well as with local, national, and international media outlets. Peace.